They are moving together now. The same direction. The same time. Passing through the same space. But the feeling of being together is no longer explained. There is no argument. No need to match their pace. No need to negotiate. Movement has already become a method. The woman walks in front. Not always ahead. But she knows when she must step forward. The man walks behind. He was not always there. But being behind has become the most natural position. No one gives orders. No one makes demands. Each position holds itself in place. They do not meet each other's eyes often. Not because they avoid it, but because they no longer need to. What must be checked during movement is not direction. It is condition. Whether speech is needed. Whether a head should be lowered. Whether the position still holds. The relationship is not maintained through conversation. It is maintained through distance. When she stops, he stops. When she lowers her head, he lowers his gaze. Even further. This is not performance. It is closer to a rhythm already stored in the body. As movement repeats, their roles become clearer. Without explanation, others begin to know who is being protected and who is assisting. People look at the woman. Then they look at the man. But not in the same way. The woman leaves discomfort. The man leaves stability. Unintended, yet consistently maintained. She is not questioned. He is not the subject of questions. Where questions disappear, only roles remain. What matters now is not emotion, not trust. It is how steadily each position can be held. They are still together, but they are no longer in the same place. The relationship has not broken. It has only begun to operate in a different way. William knew he had to move. But moving fast was not the answer. Without being noticed, without inviting questions, without leaving suspicion, time was still held by darkness. The city would soon wake, and he had to pass before that. He already knew the rhythm of the city, where morning began, when people started carrying things, the moment when more eyes appeared. So he did not prepare words. Instead, he calculated time. For William, silence was not a choice. Silence was a condition. What he carried was a small piece of paper. A fixed destination. A fixed time. A fixed reason. Without it, he could be stopped at any moment. By anyone. If he did not answer, he could be beaten. If he did answer, it would not make him safe. The law did not protect his silence. Silence became evidence. The fact that he could move legally did not mean he was free. It only meant he had not been punished yet. Movement was permitted, but existence was not. William knew this condition. So he became quieter. So he walked more slowly. So he avoided eye contact. The same silence can become safety for someone and danger for someone else. Ellen also does not speak. But her silence blocks questions. William's silence invites them. The silence is the same, but the weight is not. He carried the time. He was supposed to return by a promised return, a promised reason. But he knew this promise was not meant to be kept. Where they were going was outside this city. It might not even be inside this country. But before that, there was something to pass. One city. Macon. It was not far. On a map, it was a short distance. But this short distance could become the longest stretch of the 1,000 miles ahead. They had not taken the first step yet. For now, there was only calculation. For now, there was only silence. And one thing was certain. First, they had to cross Macon. They are now facing the city. They have not entered yet. But they are already breathing different air. Macon is not far. The road is familiar. The direction is known. On a map, it does not look complicated. But this city has a way. You are expected to pass through it. Who looks natural? Who draws attention? Who gets questioned? The rules are never explained aloud. William knows this. So he becomes more careful. Because here, not speaking can become exposure, not safety. Ellen moves ahead. Her silence makes people stop. Discomfort appears, but questions do not. People do not cross the line. William stays behind. His silence scans the space, the points where questions might form, the places where eyes linger too long, the moments When unnecessary attention begins to gather, his gaze is never forward. It always moves along the edges. She passes. He makes the passage possible. They make the same choice, but they do not carry it in the same way. Ellen's silence removes explanation. William's silence collects responsibility. The same silence does not produce the same result. There is still no incident, no problem has appeared. That is what makes it heavier. Because nothing happening means this method is still working. This relationship holds itself without words. No one demanded it. No one forced it. But with repetition, it becomes clearer. Which position must absorb more? Ellen moves further into the range of protection. People choose to help her without asking, without confirming. They move on. That protection is not a right. It is a situation. William remains outside it. He is not protected. Instead, everything passes through him. Before danger forms, before attention gathers, at the points where something could become a problem, he absorbs it first. This role was never chosen. But the more it repeats, the more it remains. With him alone, Ellen becomes safer. William becomes more transparent. The same silence erases suspicion on one side and erases existence on the other. This difference has not been named yet. It has not been organized. It has not been adjusted. Because the moment it is named, this method may stop working. So, they keep moving in the same direction, under the same rules, holding the same silence. But the weight that silence demands is no longer equal. Now, movement is not escape. It is technique. And how long this technique can be maintained is something no one knows yet. Nothing happened. No one stopped them. No one asked questions. No problem appeared. So this method looked like a success. They moved in the same direction. They followed the same rules. They kept the same silence. From the outside, nothing seemed different. But the same silence did not carry the same weight. The woman's silence removed explanation. People understood it as a situation that required help. They felt discomfort, but did not cross the line. That silence stopped questions. The man's silence replaced explanation. People did not ask, but they read the situation through him. That silence gathered responsibility. No one organized this difference. Because the moment it was named, this method would stop working. Someone moved inside protection. Someone remained outside of it. It was the same choice, but they did not remain in the same place. Movement continued. No problem occurred. The relationship held. And because of that, something became clearer. Who was carrying more? Without saying anything, they kept the same silence, but one of them became smaller, while the other became safer. Nothing happened. But the fact that nothing happened was already changing everything. They made the same choice. They kept the same silence. So why did one become safer, while the other had to carry more? Without saying anything? What stayed with you after this story?